All right, Shalom. Before I get started, I want to give all the glory and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rokar Kodash. Double honors unto my apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and safety to all the sincere Akim that's out here pushing his word in truth and in all sincerity. Shalom. All right. And I'm driving, so just giving you a heads up. I may not be able to pull scriptures. I probably won't, but I'll quote them to the best of my ability. But I just wanted to speak on a few thoughts that I was having in the spirit. Starting with the first one was just thinking about, we're in a time now, and we're definitely coming into the beginning, the evident hardships of Jacob's trouble. And I was watching last night Forever Purge, and I probably gonna watch it again today. To be real with you, and in my humble opinion, I think the Forever Purge is the best one. That's the best one, hands down. And the thing that I got out of that movie, or the spirit that it put me in, was there's going to come a time where a certain level of aggression is going to be required of you as a man to survive the times that are coming. Now, of course, the scriptures speak about nothing shall happen to the elect, all right. But one thing I know through the spirit, that members of the elect are going to, it's going to require aggression and a certain level of tenacity, all right. To matter of fact, let's look up that word. I'm gonna look up that word real quick. All right, real quick. Tenacity on the etymology.com is the quality of holding firmly, all right, holding fast, gripping, clingy. And that's the spirit. I really was just, that was the word that came to my head. But that should make you think of the book of Revelation, as the scriptures say, hold fast to that which you have, all right. Let no man take your crown. So you got to hold fast. And when I think of the word tenacity, right, it's a certain level of like I said, aggression. You got to have a strong aggression to not give up, to not let nobody again take what's yours, physically and spiritually. So I know, like I said, as I was thinking on that, meditating on this ride, it made me think of like I said, and it's truth. We go according to, as it says, the scriptures, Romans, the book of Romans, the Apostle Paul, I forget what chapter it was, but he said, if it be impossible, be at peace with all men. So there's a level of, like I say, of mildness that comes with us in this walk. We be at peace. We're not rowdy. We're not the aggressors, but in the spirit of it, I'm talking more so. I know I do a lot of lessons recently going into the king archetype in you. Well, this is a little bit of that warrior aspect, And one quote that I heard that made me realize what a true warrior is. See, a warrior is not necessarily somebody that is violent. A violent person doesn't make you a warrior. Just because being a brawler doesn't make you a warrior. You understand what I'm saying? Being a warrior is an individual that is fighting, has a cause. Because if you're not a warrior, the opposite of a warrior is really is a mercenary. You're just a hired gunsman. You're not fighting for a cause. You're just fighting for the sake of fighting and or for money, right? But one thing about warriors is I was listening, and like I said, it was a quote from this guy. He said, warriors understand peace better than anybody. Warriors are the true peacemakers, because warriors understand what it takes to maintain and to get peace. You see what I'm saying? See, when to have peace, see, I remember Jake years ago in Chicago made a statement, and everybody was in an uproar. The city and people were like, that's just disgusting. He said, to have peace, you gotta have war. And they were like, that's da, 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 da. And it's like, no, that's real. That's true. That's true. There is no such thing as peace without a level of bloodshed. All right? And this society has become drunken in that bloodshed to thinking that it doesn't count, because the world is huge, man. All right? The world is a huge place. All right? Now back to the point of the warrior. A warrior understands what it takes. See, another point, you can't say, again, you can't say that you're, I'm going to say it again, like I said earlier, you're not a warrior just because you're violent, and you're not a peaceful man. All right? You're not a peacekeeper, or how do I say this? I'm driving as well, so my thoughts. Basically what I'm trying to say is, you can't say that you're about peace if you're not willing to shed blood. You see how that works both ways? Just because you're willing to shed blood or be violent doesn't make you a warrior. And and if you're not willing to shed blood, that means you just, you keep, as the scripture say, the Lord said, woe unto you that holdeth his basically holds his sword back from bloodshed. All right, and that's spiritual and that's physical. All right, spiritually, you don't go out to camp and teach the word in a manner that the Lord asked us to, or commanded us to, I should say, because you don't want to shed certain kind of blood. You feel away, respect the persons. But then on the flip side, there's a physical aspect of that as well. And that comes from a lack of tenacity, a lack of aggression, a lack of warriorism, or, warriorhood, warriorship. You have a kingship where you also have a warriorship. And our scriptures speak heavily on that as well. See? King David was a king that established order, but he was a mighty warrior as well, because see, this is what the Lord is training us up under tutors to understand, so that we can run a government, we can run a kingdom. All right, the king establishes order, the warrior will go out and shed blood in the name of that order, in the name of that establishment, right? Then you have your priest, right? Which is your spiritual aspect. That's the spirituality that's necessary to maintain the order. The order is established by the spirituality. You see what I'm saying? And then the love that you turn to, you could be a king that gives your love to the people, as we do. See, that's the kinghood that we're in right now. The kinghood that the Lord has the Israelite men going through right now, which some men don't understand, is giving your love towards the Lord and towards your people. That's why this is the ultimate charitable act that we could ever do, is go out and teach these lessons and give it to the people, because genuinely, above all, we love Israel. We love being Israelites. We love the commonwealth of Israel. Okay. So what does that mean? That is what embodies it all. All right. You got to understand what the king is, and so is the people. If the king is a fruitful individual, then everybody's going to be fruitful. The land will be fruitful. All right. Hell, that's why you got to understand that the Lord, being the ultimate king, he has to come get us in the spirit of things. Why? Because this is the ultimate carnation of showing you the fruitfulness of being an Israelite. We are his wives. We represent the earthly aspect, the earth side of it, the fruitful side of it. We're his. That's the point. We're the ultimate of that. No other kingdom, no other nationality of people have the spirituality of which we have in regards to these elements. See, we're spiritual warriors right now. And what is the Lord? What is the word telling us to do right now? What is the spirit telling us? To be more aggressive with your videos. Do more. Do more. Put more content out. Put more good quality content out. Be on point. See, when you're in the action seat, all right, that is actually an aggressive notion. That's masculine. That is true masculine energy, is when you're in the motion of taking the action. You're seizing the moment. You're seizing your place. The scriptures say, make thy election sure. Study to show thyself approved, and working out thy own salvation with fear and trembling. Make thy own election sure. These are actionary words that you and I, Lord willingly, are doing to make sure to solidify our position in the kingdom of heaven. That's what the Lord is looking for. The Lord is looking for a certain level of aggression, and that aggression has got to turn up in us all. There's that passiveness, you know, that nervousness. You got to fix that, and you got to fix it now. This is not about being cocky. None of which of what I'm speaking on is about self-glorification or being cocky. This is about being in the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai with confidence. You got to have confidence in these times. You got to build your confidence up so that when things come, hell, you got to meditate on these things. What if you do? Okay, everything's peaceable right now. What if? And this is going to lead me into, I think, my next point that I was meditating on is meditating on the victory. You know, the apostles and elders, and especially Elder Ariala out in Dallas, speaks on this a lot. You have to be focused on the victory, kingdom-minded, man. And what does that come with? Sticking to having confidence and letting the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai be built up in you by what? Following the prophecies. See, don't be and you know, there's a point where I understand, because I was in this mind frame at one point myself, where you get caught up in what Esau doing, you know, every bad storm, and I cannot remember to say my life right now. I'll have to look it up, but the weather creating machine, you know, every time it's a bad thunderstorm, Esau did it. Hurricane, Esau did it. Earthquake, Esau did it. You know, nah, man. You have to be victory minded and understand that our words are sure. Our prophecies are sure. Our power is sure. His words do not go out in vain. Esau thinks he has it planned out. He thinks he has this planned out up until from 10, 15, 20, 30 years ago. But you know what happens? Life happens. All right. Life is natural. The spirit is natural. Things happen. So just because at one point you may have carried the weight of being afraid of one thing, you gotta have intelligence. All right. Intelligence is and this is going back again to the point of that tenacity, that aggression. See, you bring about a certain level of aggression and tenacity when your intelligence is up. See, intelligence is a military term. All right. Intelligence is your intel. How much intelligence you has to do with your ability to adapt. That's an intelligent person right there. You adapt to your environment. You adapt to the times. You adapt to what's going on. See, Esau can't. All right? Understand that. All right? Give you an example of that. We're like, you got to be in the spirit of a Michael Jordan, of basketball, or LeBron James, or Kobe. You know, they have their mindset, like they come down the court and it's like, all right, I'm going to get to my spot and I'm going to try to hit him with my, you know what I'm saying? My in between the legs crossover. Boom. He reacted to it. It's okay. I'm going to go behind the back. Boom. He's still there. All right. I'm going to go back between the legs 2 times. And then I'm going to hit a spin move and I'm going to hit a hook shot. That's Israel. You got to be adaptive. Okay. So we have to adapt to the times. Push the word if the Spirit is telling us to push the word hard, but be more aggressive about how you handle your life. See, sometimes, and what really got me thinking is that there's going to be situations that are going to present themselves in all of our lives. And some of us have been in a mind frame of avoidance. You know, some of these situations, you have to be in the spirit of chase the bear down. All right. See, if there's a bear in the woods, if there's a black bear in the woods, right, that bear, you could be afraid of it, but at the same time, it becomes a battle of realizing who realizes who's afraid first. And what do a lot of people in the woods do when they see a bear or something? They chase the bear down. Hey, get the fuck out of here. Bear be like, oh shit. Bear be like, oh shit, what is that? Bear done ran up a tree somewhere because you took the aggressive position. You didn't, oh God, it's a bear. Let me run. The Spirit is going to tell us when to fight or flee overall, but you got to train your mind. The scriptures say meditate upon terror. The scriptures say be vigilant, be sober-minded. The scriptures say be courageous, be of good cheer. These are things that we got to carry and embody, not fake the funk. All right? And I'm not calling anybody out. I'm talking in general in the spirit of things, because even with myself, sometimes you get caught up in the, is this a play for Esau to demonize the Israelites? Or, they're going to use this to come against us? Man, nobody trying to hear that shit, man. Esau need to be worried about the Lord coming up against his ass, man. Sometimes you got to change your perspective. Stop viewing everything from a fearful perspective and see the overall picture. And that was another point I saw in that movie with Forever Purge. Forever Purge, that was bad visuals for Esau, man. That was not a good look for Esau. See, a lot of times we be so gun-ho on making sure that we see how, the fearful aspects of us. You see yourself in that situation. Oh Lord, man, it's going. You think with fear first. But I'm gonna tell you like this: that the scriptures tell us in Deuteronomy 30 that what these curses shall fall upon our enemies. That movie, the curse that brought to my mind in that movie was this fact that the Lord said that you shall be proverbs and bywords and astonishment, right? Mocked, basically. And Esau is being mocked right now. That movie Forever Purge just shows Esau as an aggressive, gun-toting, racist piece of shit. You see? You had it where it started out in the movie with the one Edomite, the older man. He seemed like he was cool, was fucking with Issachar, wanted to make sure they was good, gave him their money, right? And then boom, he gets killed, right? Because so that by a racist group of make America pure, make America white again. You see what I'm saying? So that visual from that movie is not good visuals. See, I'm gonna hit you with that. The way white people looked and the way that movie Purge made white people look is how boys in the hood and Minister Society in the 90s tried to make niggas look. That's how I say you gotta change your perspective. This ain't about, man, Esau it's over with, man. Esau is losing his might. Esau is losing his confidence. See, the spirit of confidence is leaving them because the spirit is leaving them. And the spirit of the Lord is dealing with us more. So that means our confidence got to be more on point. And when you're more on point on confidence, you're aggressive with your actions. When you believe that a woman is you deserve that woman, or that woman would be lucky. See, there's an energy from going from a woman feeling like you feel like, hey, a woman is lucky to get with me. When you come from an attitude like that, you're just going to aggressively approach a woman. All right. I'm not saying being a goddamn monster or a creep, but I'm speaking on the aggressiveness of, hey, I see her over there. Hey, how you doing? Hey, hey, let's cut to the, I'm just going to tell you how it is. I like, whatever words come out, that's confidence. That's aggressive. When you're timid and you're passive, you coming from a position of, you start with doubt. Oh God, I don't know. She might not even like me. What if she thinks I'm ugly? Oh God. Then you're gonna go and then you're gonna get yourself into the mood. That's why when the Lord said, man, if a man be not in the spirit, to send him back home, man. But we don't got no choice, man. It ain't no going home. It's just, we got to keep going. And this is just an exhortation. I'm about to close up here. Like I said, I was driving and I didn't have a chance to pull the scriptures I like. But I just wanted to speak on, you know, being in that spirit of attack. Don't be in the spirit of just, hey, man, the Lord said, man, if this was my kingdom and my servants would fight, man. All right. See that? There was a time and a place, and it still is to a certain extent, that the Lord has got us in a very passive mind frame. Just teach. But even within just teaching, you got to handle yourself a certain way, man. You got to handle yourself with a certain level of tenacity, a certain level of resilience, a certain level of having passion, a certain level of get up about you. Because what Esau has done to our men of the nation, he has really destroyed their tenacity, their aggression, their testosterone, through specifically attacking their testosterone and their spirit of worth. But we don't have those problems. Hell, I've spoken to brothers, and if I haven't in videos, I'll say it here. Hey, man, get you some testosterone boost. Whether it be different tinctures, you know, work on your testosterone. Work out. The one way to improve your testosterone is drinking water and doing squats. Simply putting weight on your back and trying to drop down and pressing up will increase your testosterone. Just that alone. There's so many other things, but there's no reason why you say you can't able to work on it. It's just a matter of you making a decision to or to not do it. Okay. And we all have our lazy moments. I'm not judging that. I'm just saying, in the spirit of it all, we all got to be more aggressive with how we handle our affairs, aggressive with how we handle the work of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, aggressive with how we knock off things. You know, I personally, and I'm going to close up here, I personally try to close out my weeks with little goals. And even myself right now, I haven't done what I set myself out to do at the beginning of the week. But hey, it's Friday. Lord willing, I can knock it out before the end of the day. All right. It's just little weekly goals of knocking out what needs to be done. Okay. So with that, I want to close this up. I'm going to give all the glory and honor to Yahweh Shem Yahushai, by Hashem Rakakwarash. And until next time, Shalom.